Good morning, hotties. How are you guys? So, as usual, I'm waiting on Jamil so I can take him to school, but I want to drop in here for a second and give you these thoughts. I'll be having these morning thoughts. So, I was in another group and a mom posted that she was upset because her friend that lives 17 minutes away act like she can't come visit her, but her friend that lives an hour and a half away was like she's coming to visit her because she misses her. And so she was all upset, like, my friend only lives 17 minutes away and she can't come visit me, and my friend who lives further away, she's coming to visit me because she misses me. And so I read that and I was like, I'm a little annoyed. And I was like, why are you annoyed, Nick? And I was like, here it is, setting the expectation. Here's the thing, we expect people to treat us the way we would treat them. But guess what? That's your expectation. That's not their expectation. You give people your expectations and you tell them, like, hey, this is what I would like from you. And they have the choice whether to do it or not to do it. It's their choice. But when you push your expectations on somebody else, you're setting yourself up for failure. Your expectations are just that, your expectations. And so when I see people, and I had to really think about this, like, I'm matching energies in 2019. I'm matching energy. We can't match each other's energy. You're not the same people. We are not the same people. My expectations are my expectations, just like your expectations are your expectations. And they're going to be different. So we're going to be different types of friends for each other. The thing is though, is that if I tell you my expectations and you meet them, cool. If I tell you and you don't meet them, then guess who has to adjust? Me. Because it's my expectation. Just think about it. Think about how good God is to you. Are you matching energies with God right now? Are you matching energies with Jesus? If Jesus was to come down here today and say, I'm going to treat you how you treat me, would y'all match? Would y'all energies match? No. So why are you expecting the people down here walking next to you to match your same energy, to match your same expectations? The reason why friendships are being ruined, relationships are being ruined, is because we are expecting people to act how we would act. And honestly, I'm a firm believer that you set the expectation for you. And if people fall in line and you guys can meet expectations, that's great. That's gravy. That's a match made in heaven. But if we don't fall in line, if our expectations don't match and we can't come to agreement, guess what? That's okay too. That's why we have seasons and reasons, because you won't always align with all the people in your life. And that is okay, because guess what? It's a rotation of people whose expectations will match your expectations, who will meet your needs. But you have to find those people. But stop putting your expectations on somebody else. So if I'm your friend and you like, hey, I expect that if we are friends, we're going to visit 5 to 6 times a week. And I'm telling you, as your friend, I can't visit you 5 or 6 times a week. The expectation for you is that that you can do that, and I'm telling you I can't. And either we come to a compromise on that conversation or we don't. But stop expecting people to match your energy, match your expectations, because those things are yours and they belong strictly to you. Your energy, your expectations. Hold yourself accountable for the people that you allow into your life. So you out here telling people like, so and so ain't my friend because she didn't do this, or my husband didn't do that. Are you telling your husband what you're expecting from him? Are y'all telling y'all people before y'all get in marriage is what y'all expecting from them? So we walk around this life thinking that people should automatically know what our expectations are. I think the post said, I'm a people pleaser and I just expect my friends to, adjust and adapt to that. You a people pleaser, boo. She might not be a people pleaser. That might not be in her heart. That might not be her desire. So you are setting yourself up for failure when you expect people to be what you expect them to be. Like I can say, as my friend, I expect for us to hang out at least 3 times a month, or I expect for you to respect the fact that I have something else going on. That's me telling you what my expectation is. And then once I tell you that, if you can respect that expectation, if you can meet that expectation, then hey, cool. But if you can't, then it's up to me to determine what our friendship will be. Will I still be messing with you later on? Like, people stop expecting other people to adjust to who you are. And so I was thinking of this too, like we expect, like we tell our friends, like we want you to take care of yourself, love yourself, but sometimes we don't want them to love themselves too much if it's going to disrupt what we have going on in our lives. Let me say that for y'all again. Sometimes we expect people to love themselves, but only if it does not disrupt how our dealings with them go on. So that right there is a selfish expectation. Like if I say you wanted to hang out 5 times this month, but in our 5 times hanging out this month, I needed to go and I needed to have some alone time. I needed to have some me time, or I needed to go get a coaching session, or I needed to go get a massage, and that did not include you. But you're upset now because I decided to take that self-love time that you told me to take to do something for myself. Stop doing that. Stop doing that to people. Realize that each and every person in your life is an individual being. And as much as we are here for each other and loving on each other, that we are not the same people. We are not the same. We cannot match energies. We cannot almost ultimately match expectations. There's going to be compromise in your life. And if you can compromise with that person, great. That may be a part of your tribe. But if you can't, it's okay. Because I'm guaranteeing you that there are people that you can expect to do certain stuff for you. That you can have a flow of energy. And as far as people say, like, let's match energies, let me tell you something. Our energies ain't gonna match. Because your fluctuation and my decline may not be on the same thing every single day. And I'm figuring, like, I will never be able to match energies with my creator, and he knows that, so that the people that's walking next to me on earth, who we are on the same playing field, we ain't gonna match energies. We just ain't. I ain't got that divine feeling in my heart that we're gonna match energies that way. But set your expectations for you. Your expectations belong to you. Set them for you, and then tell others what you expect from them. And if they can do it, great. But if they can't, either compromise or move on. But stop this whole woe is me, or making people feel guilty about what you expect. Because I'm sure they have expectations too. And are you meeting their expectations? So here's our lessons for today, ladies. Whatever you expect out of life, whatever you expect from other people, tell them that. Tell them that. You have to voice it. Stop assuming that people know what you expect. Tell them your expectations, and then let them determine whether or not they can meet your expectations. Here's out of place. If they can meet your expectations. And then if they can, great. If you guys are trying to understand each other, then compromise. But if you don't, it's okay. Because that means that there is still more people for you to meet, more people for you to connect with, and to, get on and get in agreement with, and see if your expectations can align. So that's all I wanted to come in here and say. I was just thinking that because I was like, I know people tell me all the time, like, you do what you want to do. You make time for what you want to make time for. Let me tell y'all, if I could really make time for what I really wanted to do, I would have all the funds I needed so that I could make time not to go to work. I would make time to spend more time with my kids and not have to study to get another job to go and do. If I could make time, I would make time for a lot of other things, but I have to prioritize. And so think about that when you're thinking about setting expectations with people. Set them for yourself first. Deliver the message. If it's meant and they can match, cool. But if they can't, compromise or move on. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. My expectation is that I'm going to go into work, have 2 meetings that hopefully I will not blink and fall asleep in, and that I'm going to be late. That's the expectation right now, is I want to be late because my son still ain't came outside. But I love you guys. You are in my thoughts and prayers. Be amazing. I'll talk to you soon.